Have you ever thought about this? Every single month gets more traffic than Netflix, Amazon, and Twitter combined. Billions of visits, tens of billions of video views. Almost all of it completely free. So how does a company that gives away nearly everything it has make enough money to stay alive? Better question, how does it make enough to be worth billions? Because here's the thing, you're not paying, your friends aren't paying, almost no one you know is paying. So where is the money actually coming from? In this video, I'm gonna walk you through 6 questions that reveal exactly how this works. And stick around, because by the end, you'll see the entire internet economy differently. Let's start with why this even matters. Pornhub isn't just some random website. It's one of the top 10 most visited sites on the entire planet. In the United States alone, it gets more monthly visits than ESPN, Walmart's website, and half the streaming services you actually pay for. And yet, unlike those companies, Pornhub doesn't charge you at the door. You don't need a credit card, you don't need an account, you don't even need to sign in. You just show up, watch, leave, repeat, which raises an uncomfortable question. If the entire product is free and most people never pay a cent, how does the machine keep running? Here's why this matters. Pornhub runs on the exact same playbook as YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, and every other platform you use every single day. They've just perfected it. So if you want to understand how modern internet businesses actually make money, how attention gets converted into billions of dollars, this is the blueprint. Which brings us to the first real question. Why give everything away for free in the first place? Because free is the most expensive thing you can buy. Here's what I mean. Imagine you're building a business. You could charge $10 a month and get 100,000 paying users. That's $1 million a month. Not bad. Or you could charge nothing and get 100 million users. Now you're not selling access, you're selling attention. And attention at scale is worth way more than subscriptions. Think about it. If 100 million people show up every month, you now control one of the most valuable things on the internet. Traffic. Massive, consistent, global traffic. And traffic is currency. You can sell ads against it, you can upsell premium features to a tiny slice of it, you can collect data from it, you can redirect it, you can license it. Pornhub doesn't give content away for free because they're generous. They give it away because free is the bait. The real product isn't the video, it's you, your time, your attention, your behavior. Every second you spend on the platform is a second they can monetize. But here's where it gets interesting. If you hit the like button right now, I'll explain exactly how that monetization actually works. Because the answer isn't what most people think. So let's move to question number 2. Where does the real money actually come from? Most people assume advertising. That's how YouTube works, that's how Facebook works. Show free content, run ads, print money. But here's the problem. Pornhub can't do that, or at least not easily. Because of the type of content on the platform, major advertisers won't touch it. Google won't run ads on it. Apple won't allow payment processing for it. Visa and MasterCard has went memes trying to distance themselves from it. So Pornhub is locked out of the traditional ad economy that funds almost every other free platform on the internet, which means they had to build a completely different money machine. Here's how it actually works. Revenue stream number 1, premium subscriptions. Pornhub offers a premium tier called Pornhub Premium. For about $10 a month, you get ad-free browsing, HD videos, exclusive content, and faster streaming. Now, here's the math. Out of 100 million monthly users, let's say 1% convert to paid. That's 1 million paying subscribers. At $10 a month, that's $100 million in monthly recurring revenue. Over $100 million a year. From just 1% of the user base. That's the power of scale. You don't need everyone to pay. You just need a sliver of a massive audience. Revenue stream number 2, content creator payouts and revenue share. Pornhub runs a model similar to YouTube. Independent creators upload content. When users watch, creators earn money, either through ad revenue, yes, some ads still run, just not traditional ones, tips, or paid subscriptions to their individual pages. But here's the catch. Pornhub takes a cut, a big one. Some reports suggest anywhere from 35% to 65% depending on the deal. So creators make money, but Pornhub makes more money because they own the platform, the traffic, and the infrastructure. Revenue stream number 3, ancillary products. Pornhub also sells merchandise, licenses its brand, runs affiliate programs, and promotes its own network of related sites, like Brazzers, and others under the same parent company umbrella, MindGate, now rebranded as Alo. Every click, every redirect, every cross-promotion funnels users into a larger monetization ecosystem. So even if you never pay Pornhub directly, you might end up paying one of their sister sites, or buying something they promoted, or clicking an affiliate link. The money doesn't come from one source, it comes from the system. And if you're finding this helpful, go ahead and subscribe, because we're about to go even deeper. Which leads to question 3.
But what are people really paying for when they upgrade? Better video quality, no ads, exclusive content. But that's not what they're actually buying. They're buying convenience. See, the free version of Pornhub works. You can watch whatever you want, but it's cluttered, slow, interruptions, lower resolution, buffering, pop-ups you have to close. It's intentionally just annoying enough, not broken, just frustrating. And that frustration is the business model, because when something is free but frustrating, a small percentage of users will always pay to make the frustration go away. This is the same reason people pay for Spotify Premium even though Spotify Free exists. The same reason people pay YouTube Premium even though YouTube is free. You're not paying for access, you're paying to remove friction. And Pornhub has designed the free experience to have just enough friction that paying feels like relief. It's genius, really. The free tier isn't a charity, it's a sales funnel. You come for the free content, you tolerate the ads, you deal with the buffering, and then one day you think, you know what, $10 a month is worth not dealing with this. Boom, conversion. And once you're paying, you're less likely to leave because now you've invested. You've crossed the psychological line from user to customer. Pornhub doesn't need to convert everyone, they just need to convert enough. And at their scale, enough is tens of millions of dollars a month. But here's the next question. Even with subscriptions and creator splits, how does raw attention, the thing they get from 99% of users who never pay, turn into actual profit? Let's talk about that. How does raw attention turn into raw profit? This is where it gets fascinating. Even if you never pay, you're still valuable because you're still engaging, you're still clicking, you're still spending time. And time is data. Every second you spend on Pornhub, the platform is learning what you click on, how long you watch, what you skip, what you search for, what time of day you visit, what device you're on. All of that gets logged, analyzed, and turned into insights. And those insights have value, not in a creepy, we're selling your personal info way, although privacy concerns are real, but in a we know what content performs, what users want, and how to optimize the entire experience way. That data helps Pornhub improve recommendations, which keeps you on the platform longer, negotiate better deals with content creators because they know exactly what sells, build premium subscriptions more effectively because they know who's most likely to convert, build better products like their VR platform, interactive content, and live streaming features. Data doesn't just inform decisions, it is the decision. And the more users they have, the more data they collect. The more data they collect, the better the platform gets. The better the platform gets, the more users show up. It's a feedback loop, a flywheel, and it's almost impossible to stop once it's spinning. But there's something even more valuable than data. There's reach. When you control billions of visits a month, you control distribution, and distribution is power. If Pornhub wants to launch a new product, they don't need to spend millions on marketing. They just tell their existing audience. Instant traction. If they want to promote a sister site, they redirect a sliver of their traffic. Instant users. If they want to test a new revenue stream, they A/B test it on a sample of their 100 million users and know within days if it works. That's the hidden value of scale. It's not just revenue, it's optionality, and that's worth more than most people realize. If you're still watching, share this video with someone who's ever wondered how these massive free platforms actually survive, because we're not done yet. Question 5 is where the uncomfortable truth shows up. What's the hidden value that most users never think about? Here's the thing nobody talks about. When you use Pornhub for free, you think you're the customer. You're not. You're the product. The real customers are the advertisers, the ones that do run, the content creators paying for promotion, the premium subscribers, and the entire ecosystem of sites that Pornhub cross-promotes. Your attention is the inventory. Your time is what's being sold. And you've agreed to it, not explicitly, but implicitly, by showing up, by clicking, by staying. This is how every free platform works. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. They're not social networks, they're attention brokers. You give them your time. They sell that time to someone else. Everyone wins, except, do they? Because here's the uncomfortable math. If Pornhub makes, let's say, $500 million a year in revenue, conservative estimate for a site of its size and reach, and they have 100 million monthly users, that's about $5 per user per year. $5. That's what your attention is worth to them annually. Not much, right? But multiply that by 100 million people and suddenly it's a $500 million business. The platform doesn't need you to be worth a lot. It just needs a lot of views. And that's the entire internet economy in a nutshell. Scale beats value. Volume beats margin. Attention beats everything. Pornhub didn't invent this model, but they've mastered it in an industry that most traditional businesses won't even touch. Which brings us to the final question, the big one.
What does this entire system teach us about how the internet actually makes money in 2026? Here's what you need to understand. Pornhub is not an outlier, it's a case study. The same dynamics that power Pornhub power almost every major platform you use. Free access, massive scale, a tiny conversion rate to paid, attention sold as inventory, data harvested and optimized, ecosystems built around distribution. YouTube, same model. Spotify, same model. TikTok, same model. The only difference is the product, but the business identical. What Pornhub teaches us is this. In the modern internet economy, the product is never the product. The product is the platform, and the platform's real product is you. Your time, your attention, your behavior. And the companies that win aren't the ones that charge the most. They're the ones that attract the most. Because once you have the most, you can monetize in 1,000 different ways. You don't need everyone to pay. You just need everyone to show up. And Pornhub has perfected that game. So the next time you're on a free platform, any platform, ask yourself, if I'm not paying, who is? And what am I giving in exchange? Because nothing is ever really free. There's always a business model, always a transaction, always someone making money. You just have to know where to look. If this video changed the way you see the internet economy, do me a favor, like it, share it, and subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this, because we've barely scratched the surface. Next time someone tells you something is free, you'll know better. See you in the next one.